Hello, hello, hello. We welcome you to our online book club, Reading River. Every week we go live right here on YouTube to chat about a few chapters. No spoilers ahead of schedule, no pressure, just good books and great conversation. And whether you're a long-term or long-time reader or just getting started, you are welcome here. Now, the genre for this group is called Noire because we will be covering books written from Black authors. Today we're covering the book My Soul to Keep by Kennedy Ryan. This is the first of a three-part trilogy. I wanted to introduce the panel. Oh, yeah. And we're doing chapters 11 through 14 today. So if you're not there yet, no worries. Just go back to the other episodes, get your fill in, and then check us out later. But for now, we're going to be covering 11 through 14. I wanted to introduce the panel. We got Debbie, we got Toya, and we got me, Nene. So first, ladies, so we up in chapter 11 through 14. I call these chapters, Kai is fighting temptations. Temptations, like that old Beyonce movie. What y'all think?
Yeah, I think that's a great way to describe it. I agree. For sure, she is fighting temptation. Yes.
Did you have anything to say to the prior chapters before you start getting into chapter 11?
I don't have anything.
Mm-mm.
So, we're starting off with chapter 11. And this is from Kai's perspective. So, Kai invites Ryson in her apartment. If we remember, he picks her up from work just like Medea's brother. I don't know, Medea's brother. In a disguise, because as we know, Ryson is like mad famous. And he gives her a ride home. He has the bison burger. Apparently he doesn't really like eating in front of people or something. And she invites him to the apartment. That's where we left off. So now here we are. She says, so Ryson Gray is in my apartment. I see everything with fresh eyes and wonder how our two tiny bedroom apartment with its flea market refugee furniture compares to the mansion. I'm sure Ryson will head home to when he leaves. So I guess my first question is, okay, is this giving mixed signals? Because on one hand, she said, let's be friends, but you can invite a friend to an apartment, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can. But then, on the other hand, while you can invite a friend, do you invite a friend to your apartment at night? So I just want to throw the question at y'all. Is this mixed signals right now?
Now we know what they doing.
I don't know what they doing.
It ain't no sending mixed signals. They sending out smoke flags.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smoke flags and
Yeah.
boy.
Let's get this thing going.
Right.
Like we both know that there's a connection, so let's not fight it anymore.
Right.
That's why I'm bringing this up, because we see there's going to be so many examples where Kai, I'm like, how are you doing the most right now? Like, you're doing the most. Like, just what are we doing here? Like, and she says it like on page 59 on my digital book. She's like, why did I invite him inside? He was all set to go, and my crazy heart, I don't know what part of my body or mind thought it was a good idea to invite him in, but it is in direct defiance of my common sense. So it's all out the window at this point. It's all out the window. And I'm trying to understand the rules of engagement here. But as we up here trying to figure out what's a mixed signal, what's not, which I think it is, then Santos, her roommate, acts a whole fool. So starting on page 60, Ryson's eating, Kai looking in his eyes. I don't know what she's doing. But Santos comes into the room, into that apartment, and drops a bomb for all of us. And I'm what Santos is okay. So on my digital page 60, I'm gonna read this out. He says, da, 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 I laugh, but Ryson doesn't. You two live together? There isn't a smile in sight now. Ryson's mouth hardened into a rough line. Eyes narrowed on my best friend. Sand laughs, unmoved or aware of the sudden chill in Ryson's words, but I feel it. Yeah, where'd you think I live? In your own place. Ryson gets up to put his plate in the sink. He looks between Sand and me like any moment we'll start making out in front of him. Dude, chill. Sand's words prove he's not oblivious to the cold front that rolled in with him. She's like a little sister to me. We've been best friends ever since elementary school. Ryson's frown eases, but Sand's not done. Oh no, there's more. I mean, unless you count that one time I took her virginity. My head dropped to the table, forehead to wood in a classic face plant. I look up to find Ryson squinting at Sand like he can't see him properly. His mouth tilted to one side like he's not sure if it's safe to laugh yet. Is that a joke? Rice asks. No, just a really long story. Sand heads off into his direction of his bedroom. I'll let Kai tell you. I'm beat. Good night, guys. No, he did not. No,
Yes, he did.
Right.
Yes, he did.
All right.
So
Right. And he knew what he was doing too. So.
Girl, yes.
Yeah.
He couldn't wait to tell Ryson that.
Right.
he came in like the messenger.
I'll let Kai explain it to you.
What is it?
Right.
He came in with all the tea. My question though is, why do you think he did that?
I think he just feel like no, to say he don't want her to talk. He doesn't want her getting to know him, talking to him like So I just think he was either just purposely seeing if it could cause up something, or pushing her to have to explain, because obviously he knew the real story. Like, they were drunk. It was nothing to it, apparently, from what I gathered from it. But I think he was just stirring up the pot because he could.
I think you're right. I think you're right. What about you, D? Why you think he did it?
I agree with that. He stirred it up, and he meant to stir it up.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Right.
Yeah. I think it was almost like a dog peeing on a building. He could, so he did. Let's just see what happens.
and peeing on the building without having to pee.
Right.
Because he didn't have to do that. He could have waited to see exactly where they were going to go.
Yeah.
And if Kai wanted to reveal that, she could do so at her own time.
Right. And
so now it's got me wondering a little bit, because he stirred the pot.
True. Like,
okay.
Because technically, would your friend do that? I'd never do that to y'all. I mean, I ain't do that to y'all, but I wouldn't do that too. Like, So,
Right. You right there. Right.
Exactly.
So he may not be off. He got a girlfriend. Right. Santos supposed to be got a girlfriend, but we keep forgetting he fine too.
Right.
Taking people's virgin cards and
right.
So
and that's what gets me, because we go back to how he had to literally convince his girlfriend.
There's that
they were only friends. So you have given up information as to what happened between you and Kai. Did you also reveal that information to your girl?
That part.
Because clearly the fact that you had to work hard at convincing her that there was nothing between you all, clearly, we as women, we got a sixth sense. She saw something else. So
yeah,
you right. You right. When you right, you right. Because you right. She sure was. He was like, Man, I told her I was like sick or something. Like it almost makes me want to throw up if I was with you, Kai. And yeah, he was convincing, trying, working hard. And then he's going to drop this. But I wanted to,
Exactly.
right. So we may not be wrong with Santos as is he a friend? Is he friend zoned? We may not be wrong with that. We may see later,
Right.
but right now he cock blocking for real. Like that was the bomb right
Right.
there.
Yes.
Right.
So I did want to read this part at the end because Kai is teeter tottering here, man. Like Kai, like just give in. Like you fooling no one. You're fooling no one. She says at the end of page 62 on my digital book. He Ryson asks for a number because he's about to get out of here because it's like this is too much. And she says on page 62, I freeze because at this time it seems like he's giving her his phone and reaching into her back pocket, taking his time retrieving her phone to get the number. And she says, I freeze because the thought of him actually touching my butt without a thin layer of denim separating us could provoke me to some reckless behavior. Our eyes lock and hold. Everything above my belt floats and everything below it clenches. Does he have any idea how the slow slide of his hand is building a fire in my belly? That smoke rises through my chest and I can barely breathe. And then moving down, she ends it by saying, now that I've spent some time with Ryson, I really want to be friends. What you going through, girl? What you going through? She says, when we were together tonight, he may have made me nervous, but I barely thought of him performing or on television or his fame at all. It was just him, just laughing and conversation. This connection between us, so tangible. I can almost wrap my arms around it. It feels more real than anything I've had in a long time. And even if it's just the beginning of a beautiful friendship, I want to start and see how far we'll go. Kai fighting temptations, man. She fighting demons and everything. Before we get to chapter 12, did I miss anything?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Got you. So chapter 12 is actually, it kind of just goes really fast for me, which is what I do love about these chapters because they really, anyway.
So
Right. So chapter 12, she starts off again, Kai's perspective. She starts off by saying, that's my decision and it's the right one. He respected my wishes and backed off, which makes my disappointment when he didn't call all the more irrational. Kai going through it. Kai is going through it. But then the old guy's back. So Medea's brother is back in this restaurant. Misty tells her, she's like, hello, sir. And they play this cat and mouse game. My friend recommended the bison burger. Was it good? All that good stuff. And to her, that's flirting. I didn't think it was that flirting, but okay, cool. I guess if you like somebody, you saying anything is kind of flirting.
Right.
Yeah. And then the sweetest thing, because Ryson is, he's being really sweet. Like, he really is. So after this, it sounds like, and y'all can tell me if I'm hearing it right or wrong, but it sounds like, one, he apologizes that he didn't call. I thought that was sweet, especially with a person of his time. So I thought that was sweet.
Right.
And on page 65, it sounds like he called San to see if Kai needed to be picked up.
Right.
I thought that was just adorable. He says, no, I called him being San. No, I called him to see if you might need a ride tonight. Since I wasn't sure, you tell me if you did. I can't find the words to respond, so I don't. I can only imagine how full Ryson's life must be. For me to be on his mind, for him to ask San about my schedule, for him to come get me from work. That was sweet. And she says, that was sweet. But then,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know, you're right. You're right. But I think, which,
Oh
wait,
my goodness. I
wait,
was waiting to see what damn.
wait, damn, wait. Go ahead, wait. You say yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. And I will add.
Mm-hmm. So when I hear that, I'm hearing
Right.
Ryson just playing the role. But
Right.
listen, let me
Right, exactly. That's where I'm going.
right. Okay. And you right. At least he playing the role though. Kai buckling. Kai is buckling all in the knees. She ain't playing the role too good. She is not playing it at all. So then, they do have this little moment where they're talking and she's learning Ryson more and everything and talking about and they have this little this moment where they're talking about conversations and or I think they're talking about like what he's good at and kind of going into how he does what he does and then talking about movie references, which is always pretty fun and all that good stuff. So but I bring this up to say that Sand comes through the apartment. I can't remember if Ryson already leaves or what, but Sand, he's like, listen, y'all keep playing these games. Let me go ahead and tell you what's about to happen. He says, listen, Kyle, and I'm on page 71. He says, sometimes I know you better than you know yourself. True story. I take off my earrings and stow them in the jewelry box. And ending that chapter, he says, that's how I know you'll jump Ryson's bones before the year is out. I whirl around, pointing to the hall behind him. Out. Sand laughs, steps back into the hall, and closes his door. His parting words reach me through the door and stay with me until I fall asleep in my beloved nightshirt. Mark my words. Sand is right. it's probably a year out is being very generous, especially as I get to chapter 14. But we gonna save that to then. He's being very generous. I'm thinking in a couple weeks, if that, maybe some days. I don't know. What y'all think?
I don't know. You just
I
never can tell with that. I don't know, because some people can play. I mean, I don't want to say she playing hard to get, because I really think she is like fighting against like what seems to be feeling natural. But then I don't know, because I don't know if she just it's been a long time and she's just like at a place that she finally is allowing herself to be vulnerable. So she kind of second guessing how she normally is, but
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
don't know. I don't know.
think if anything, she wants him, and she is fighting against some demons. I don't know what exactly the demons are outside of the fact that he is who he is, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that may be the whole. Let me.
Right.
I really need to think about this before I do anything
Yeah. Yeah.
because of who he is.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I hear you.
I think if it were anyone else, she
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be so hard to get, or wouldn't have those questions. But
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because of who he is, I think that's why she's playing it like she is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Possibly.
yeah, there's a lot going through her head. She's been dropping things all through these chapters. Now, chapter 13 actually introduces us to some more characters, and I kind of want to see what you guys think. So now we're hearing from Ryson's point of view on chapter 13. He's playing with one of his best friends, Marlon. Marlon sounds like he's a rapper slash poet, but he sounds like he's also famous because he has fans. We're not sure if he's as famous as Ryson, but sounds like he also, has enough. He has fans, so we'll assume that he's fairly famous. And his friend Marlon is basically asking him, is it real? Like, do you like this girl? Is she just another one? Like, what's going on? What's going on? But as this is happening, or after, and then he picks back up where he leaves off, we find another character that pops up, which her name is Bristol. Bristol is Bryson's manager and his sister and his twin sister. I'm like, that's a lot of
Right.
twins, right?
Right.
Every twin.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So Grady and his brother are twins. Ryson and his sister are twins. Do you think by now, because I think between, like, well, I know you gotta say things when you feel comfortable, but if Kai and Ryson kind of know each other, like, this has at least been a few weeks. Do you think that it's weird that he hasn't said anything that he has a sister? Is that me? Is that weird?
I guess not, but I guess how I was following it is that like they're in that weird space of like neither one of them really want to be friends, but they just agreeing to it if it means for me to be around you and talk to you or have any type of interaction with you. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So it just is weird on like when they had a moments of being personal and when they not, because I just think they just it's just still awkward because they're both fighting this whole we're gonna be friends, but not really friends. So I don't know. It's like they really sometimes they do get personal, sometimes they don't. But I just think it's because they're in that weird space of trying to be friends instead of naturally being friends.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
but I think it's because they really want to be more than friends deep down.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was about to say. Is because they want to be more than friends,
Mm-hmm.
and again, it's being forced, so they're not covering a lot
Yeah, yeah.
because they're fighting the attraction.
Dang.
So, right, right.
They're fighting the attraction.
Right,
So typical conversations that come up between friends or people who are wanting to
right.
become friends and getting to know each other, those are some kind of like discussions you have, and like you're talking about
Right.
your childhood and what happened. And not only like,
Mm,
okay, my dad and my uncle Grady were twins, I also have a twin. That kind of like you would seem like it would just roll off, but
right.
because that strong attraction is there. I just want to get in her underwear, so
You
I didn't
right.
think to say that. If, if it goes further than that, we may come to that conclusion where I can start opening up and revealing a little bit more. But right
Right.
now, no, it's not worthy.
So it sounds like, if I'm hearing you ladies correctly, that the reason why the conversation may at sometimes not be as organic as it could be in some situations yes, some situations no, is because they basically fighting sexual tension. Am I hearing
Mhm.
that? Dang,
Yeah.
Yes.
dang, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
It's a rough day. Let's see. Now, I do need your help on this because I'm like, Kai, you doing the most. Like, you doing the most. On page 74, she gets a free day off work. She calls him and says, maybe you could pick me up from work if you don't have anything to do. I'm free all night, I lie. Already calculated just how much shifting I'll take to free up my night. What time should I pick you up? I get off a little early, 9 o'clock. What do you want to do? Well, I'm still pretty tired from the double shift. I was thinking, well, before I called you, I was thinking I would just stay at home and catch the Sex and City marathon. Girl, what? What? Girl, what are we doing? First of all, my question to you is this 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night?
9 o'clock at night.
See?
I
Okay.
would think.
See,
Now
that's what I'm
you know you
saying.
weren't confused about that.
I was confused because I'm like, God, why are you inviting somebody over at 9 o'clock at night? Like, what do you like? I mean, we can't keep playing these
They
games.
used to the
She's
Netflix and
trying to build
chill.
their friendship.
Right.
Girl,
They was just Netflix and the chilling.
first of all, what friendship we building at 9 p.m.? I need to know.
Right.
What
I
time do you
Like
normally go to bed? You
these
know,
shoot.
we can discuss those things.
mean, but
What is your
but
bedtime
that's why
routine?
he led into like, because if I'm coming over at the kicking it or the date starting at 9 o'clock, I don't know. Unless it's a specific event or show we going to, but you just saying we kicking it at the house at
Right.
9 o'clock. Like, damn, what time you want him to leave? A good movie gonna be at like till
Like 2 hours.
11
A Sex in the City marathon.
Girl, you know how long that marathon is? That's like a week.
Thank you.
Right.
So I'm like, you doing the
Mhm.
most, Kai. Like you really doing the most. Now we do learn that it's kind of because Sand is leaving and going to Vegas, and she don't want to be alone. And it's like, girl, you grown. Like I'm gonna need you to be alone because you're
Right.
you're
Cause
doing the
knowing
most.
he probably be spending the night at his girlfriend's house, so you be alone at some point.
Right. Like at some point you're gonna have to bite that bullet. I don't know.
And that's what I was thinking. Like her being alone, we're still, has she mourned properly?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah.
Has she mourned properly? And the fear of being alone or not wanting to be alone, is
Yeah.
this stemming from that?
It's a good question.
That's true. Yeah.
It's a good question. Hmm. Because you're right. I sure did not. I did not take that into consideration. I was like,
Right.
"How you tripping? You're doing the most. 9 o'clock
Right.
at night. A Sex in the City marathon. That's not even a movie he watched. It's one thing if you said, yeah, let's just watch Game of Thrones or something, or something that we both like and we can watch the whole. You know what I mean? Sex in the City, baby. We know what this is about. Stop playing. Let's see. Now, he says, yeah. Matter of fact, not only does he say, yeah, that's where we learn about Bristol. Because he has to call her up and say, I need you to move some things around. He says he had people coming in, a flautist, not a flutist. I don't know if I said that right. Coming in to drop some tracks. He says we're going to have to do it Sunday night. Because Kai want to watch Sex and the City Marathon and fall asleep. So he's like, yeah, let's do it. So now it has Marlon asking some questions. Like, man, what's going on? Like, like, is this girl for real? Like, is she the real deal? And he's
Right.
like, I like her. That's what he says. He's like, I like her. And I think, but last but not least of this chapter, it does bring up the point of him like, well, why haven't we met this girl? And and Ryson is saying like, I wanted to keep her all to myself. It feels real when he said that to me.
Yeah.
Does it? Did it? Because I'm a critic. I'm a critic. So
Yeah, but I do just when and I feel like I understood the content meaning of like, especially when you have what was his name? Great, that was already like, I know how you are on the pad, and me having brothers and stuff, and people can change and still have similar tendencies, I guess. However, but I really felt him on that too because I was like, he didn't really probably want other people projecting or testing her out or doing because they really, technically friends and they not even supposed to be trying to date or make it be nothing. So it probably would be awkward bringing her around, like he said, ended up saying, because his feelings of liking her gonna show, and I'm sure on her end too. So I thought that was real too. I was like, yeah, he probably ain't trying to
right.
do some any chance, even though he got other motives on like he really trying to be more than friends, but yeah, I think that was a safe move to not want to bring her around.
Gotcha. So it sounds like he's basically trying to have this, and it's funny because you said it. It's like they not friends, not friends, where
Right,
they're in this. I hate to call it a love bubble, but that bubble
right,
that
yeah,
you get in when you get with your man and you're like, and y'all just want to just be under each other all day. It's like it
right,
sounds like that, but it's not that, or it shouldn't be that. I don't
right.
know. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny. But then we hear of another character, Jimmy, which I thought was a dude, and it does not sound like she's a dude.
Right.
Who is Jimmy? we guess we gonna
Right.
find out. Jimmy
Right.
sounds like she's part of the gang, and I'm talking about the like I don't know, the Elaine to Seinfeld. I don't know. She sounds like she part of the crew. It sounds like it's Jimmy, Marlon, and I being Ryson.
Mm-hmm.
They all met in high school. They
Mm-hmm.
best friends. And Marlon drops the bomb. Well, what do you think Jimmy gonna think? Cause she's in love with you. So now it's
Mm-hmm.
like, where is this gonna go? Because then that's when Ryson talks about the private party where he does want to invite Kai and introduce her to some people. And if she goes, because like y'all said, they're doing this weird dance where they're dancing to weird music and they're not sure what dance to do because they friends but not friends.
Right.
Even Ryson is like, so what's that called? Because they don't even really know. Mm, well, first, I guess, like,
I want to know because
mm,
I peeped when they were saying. I guess I want to know like when the last time he been on and off sleeping with Jimmy for one because I want to know like is this a because you can't grow up and have these crushes and be in love and sometimes we as women we just accept like okay if they not want to feel us in this way however feel some kind of way ask some feelings, but we still be around. How do they still be around them and is they had them feelings and just okay, this work or it sounds like they work together because he was saying like they did music or did however so often. So I just want to know like has it been a while or
good
how
question.
recent is this go
Toya,
kind
that's a
of
good
be
question.
like or is it kind of like okay she always been in love but she just knowing how to play the homie or the friend role, but like, is he kind of, still dibbling dabbling where
That's a good
he
question.
noticed about her, which could be contributing to why she still think it's a chance. So that could get, yeah. I'm ready
That's
to
a
see
good
how this.
Yeah,
question.
I can see this is going. It's going to get really messy because I don't see. I can see them still being at. She's not just in love with him. Like it
Mm,
was a little bit more than that,
Mm,
and it didn't. For some reason, didn't work out, and they're just. She's being strung along for the most part,
mm, hmm.
and she's allowing herself to be strung along.
right. You know what? That could be true. Because if he said, remember how he said, like, about most women being groupies, however, but
Uh
if
huh.
Jenny's been around since younger, then you would
As
think, she know him then. So why
mhm.
didn't that become something if this person really, truly knew you and could see you? You right,
Ooh.
damn. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll be shocked if it doesn't go that way. But just like Sand came in,
Yeah.
he put his he put his
Right.
information out there. I can see her saying something to Kai without Ryson or anyone else being around to
Uh,
try and deter her.
Yeah. I can definitely see it. In fact, excuse me. In fact, excuse me. I think we probably gonna get to see that in the next couple chapters because it feels like it's brewing.
right. Right.
Exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Feels like it's brewing because it's like Hoochie. And then, like you
Right.
said, Toya, I mean, how long y'all been friends with benefits? Like
Right.
Exactly.
high school to now is a long time.
That's a very long
Right.
time.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, because him and Kai hadn't slept together yet. This been what a course of some
Right.
weeks.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Mhm.
I mean, could he have called Jimmy up and be like, "What you doing? Let's put
Right.
Sex in the City
But he did
marathon."
make the kind of comments about, for at least the 6 weeks, I guess they've been dating and talking. He ain't been doing nothing. He been,
Really?
you know, taking care of himself. So it
Oh, that's
seemed
true. That's true.
at
So to
least for that period of time. But I still feel like it's kind of fresh for Marla, to be
exactly
like she in love and this and worried about this, somebody serious in the picture. So it can't be too far off though.
me being the messy one. Okay, so he's been after Kai or been interested in Kai since the first night he saw her, right?
Right.
Right?
Which means he probably had interactions with Jimmy the night before he actually saw Kai.
That part. That part. Yes. That part. That's what I'm
So
thinking.
it's that fresh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh, uh,
Yep.
uh.
I'm with you on that, Debbie. I'm with you on that because I think so. I
Mhm.
think it's. I think they're gonna get to this little. The Kai gonna say yes to this little party. They're gonna see
Uh huh.
Jimmy. I'm. I wonder if she's a like stunning. I wonder if she's like a stunning person. She probably may not be. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking. I don't know why that matters. But y'all asked the question like, what happened? Why didn't anything happen? But it happened. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, why
Yeah.
didn't anything merge between you two? Like, what kind of what? But then y'all were able to remain friends. Like, what happened? So I'm thinking, yeah, this is about to get interesting.
I can see because Ryson has mentioned about how I want okay, Kai playing hard to get, or she's not like the other girls.
Right.
So clearly, Jimmy is just like the other girls, and she's been that way from day one.
Ooh.
Because of who he is, and because she's always known him, and because she's always been in love with him, she's probably catered to him hand and foot. That's a turnoff for him. So he's
Oh.
not going to want anything more than what they actually
Mm.
Yeah.
have.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wee, Debbie, you dropped something there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
she's really friend zoned,
Yeah, so but
potentially.
we'll
Right.
see. I'm pretty sure more of that is coming.
Yeah. Poor Jimmy. She
I
mad
know
friend
poor
zoned.
Jimmy. She should not allow herself
Yeah,
Right.
you right.
to be put in that position.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, they keep talking about how rice has blossomed.
Boy, gee. Right.
You say, poor Jimmy.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
I hear you. Because Jimmy probably finna act a fool. A whole fool. When she see
right.
Kai. Mm. So now we get
Right.
to, yep. And so now we get to chapter 14. Huh. Kai. Kai, you fumbling on this, baby girl. Like, what we doing? Kai starts off by saying, this may be the best sleep I've had in months. Maybe it isn't so much the sleep as how I'm waking up. I curled up on my lumpy sofa, but my head rests on Ryson's warm, hard chest. Well-muscled arms cocoon me in strength and safety. He also smells absolutely divine. I pull in a long breath, relishing the clean scent of him, even at whatever god-awful time of morning it is. I hold my breath so my chest doesn't rise and fall. I want him to stay asleep so I can enjoy this. Man, girl gone. This girl is gone. Man, she made that sound real good though. I can't lie. She made that sound real good. And then she goes on to say on page 81, still on the digital book, he's the kind of guy I've dreamed about, but didn't think actually existed. And being his friend, just his friend, is exhausting. Kai, I'm done. I'm done. Like, this is the end of the book. Like, close the book. I'm done.
Right.
Like,
Because that's going to I just feel like that's gonna already she already bouncing now she gonna feel like, ooh, he was able to spend the night and we was able to go to sleep and he respected me and tried. So I'm like, oh
Exactly. Her knees completely buckled.
right. I was like, oh
Yep.
Fall to the ground.
Right.
Weak in the knees like SWV. Weak in the knees. And then
She is a donor.
she's done. Oof. Like, and then she takes a good and see. This is it's rough. Kai, it's I get it. It's rough, sis. It's rough because she actually gets to really take a good look because he's asleep, and she's like, and again, I'm still on page 81. She says, the first night I saw him, I wasn't even sure he was handsome. Boy, was I wrong. He's gorgeous. Everything is prominent. His nose, his wide mouth and full lips, his high cheekbones. It's almost too much. Like the man himself, too gifted, too smart, too funny, too right. And yet, so wrong for me. I'd lose myself in ricin'. This girl gone.
Girl, you already done lost yourself in it.
Right. I was like, that's what I was like, okay, calm down, guys. Like, it's a little bit too much. You could be attracted and you could like her, but I'm like, calm.
Girl.
First of all, you know, fell asleep in his arms, and then you wake up and sit there and look at him.
Yes. Talking about his cheekbones. Like,
Right.
Girl,
But that's what makes me think you right there with the whole healing from like grieving and just or trying to process. I don't even know what that looks like as far as like losing a parent, but like I think you right. Like it's a whole different type of vulnerable that she is, even though it might have been a while for a relationship, but just I think they go back to like yeah, she may still not have been grieving totally.
yeah, I don't think she has.
Yeah.
so if
So
I'm
Yeah.
too much.
so am I if I'm hearing it correctly, and let me know if I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like what I may have heard, Toya, is that how do I put it? If she's almost delusional to how much she really likes this person because she may be still in grief, still mourning, and she's not even I guess she's not even fully conscious to how much she's really like, girl, just go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Like, am I hearing that right?
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
I think so. I think that may have I don't know, just when Deb said that it makes sense. Not to say, as women you can sometimes be naive or caught up, but for hers it just seems like that since that was something that the most recently happened, because she was making mention of just like, no, she don't have time for that, she still dealing with, her mom passing and trying to work and fetch these bills and follow her dreams. So yeah, I don't know. I think that just shows that because we can be like think something feels so right and just be excited about meeting somebody and things are going well but that's when you intentionally know that like, okay, I'm trying to date this person or I'm trying to see where this going or this is what we doing. We talking to that, but they like out the gate keep saying about being friends and people saying no, they shouldn't talk. So it's like, how you thinking all of this when you already said you're not trying to be in a relationship, you're not trying to do none of that, but you having all these like fantasy thoughts and stuff. So yeah. I think that may be resonating, some manifesting coming up like in her. Yeah.
I think you're right because she even asked, does he dream about me?
Right. Did he say his name? Right.
When he said her name.
Right.
We all know though that love comes at the most inopportune time ever.
That's true.
True.
That is really true. It is.
It's true.
And I think I'm seeing this unfolding.
Yeah. Oh. Does he think
you
about me?
You got that right. Oh.
Yeah, no. That sucks. But then it sounds like the next page. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm hearing it right or wrong, but it sounds like Ryson got to like second base, and she was like, I mean, she's like saying, "Come on home," like, and then she had to stop herself You know, she was like, "Go ahead, run some more bases, Ryson. I mean, wait. I mean, okay. Let me wait. Let me hold on. You know,
Right, right,
that's what it sounded like. She was like, so I guess
right.
my question is, I know Ryson been with the ladies, but do you think he was really asleep? Or no?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, cause I mean, I guess you could be like in half sleeping, like, oh, you know, and touch and feel and stuff. But dude, I mean, like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he was asleep, or do y'all think that he was like, well, let me just see what, let me just. I mean, I was gonna try if she let me do it. Like, what y'all think?
I don't know, because at first I probably was thinking of like, nah, maybe he changed how she, but I don't know. These chapters, I'm like, he might was awake and just trying to, because I think he's on to like realizing that she just trying to fight it too, and that she is feeling. So I think he like finna switch up how he moving because
Really?
he gonna really try, So I think it's possible he wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, I think that is possible.
Well,
I do.
I mean, she says on page 82, she says, I want him, but I can't have him. Not and be who I want to be. Not and do the things I want to do. There's too much of him. Not just physically, his presence, his talent, his fame. Isn't this fabulous? It's this fabulous vacuum I won't be sucked into. I'm afraid if I have him completely, he'll take all of me. Baby girl got it rough.
See that? Yeah.
Baby girl got it rough.
I'm
So,
like, how?
and that's rough because I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's rough because she's liking this dude so much. And she's already at the place. She ain't met a friend. She didn't met a family member except Grady.
Mhm.
And that was not even on purpose. She don't know. She's like, if I have him, he'll take all of me. Like, that's rough. That's
Right.
rough. Like, so kind of question becomes then what you gonna do then? Because if you already fighting these temptations to the point where you got to get up from the chair because you fighting yourself, you're pushing yourself on them, you're taking yourself off, you're pushing yourself on it. Like, you already at this point, what you gonna do? Like, either you going forward or you going backwards, sweetie. That's all I'm trying to say.
Right.
Mm-mm. Well. Mm. Well, so it sounds like after that they go ahead, get up, take a shower. She takes her shower, comes in a bikini top because that's what we doing around here. We Netflixing and chilling, but we friends not friends, but friends not friends. And then he goes take him a shower, and because he brought him overnight clothes because that's what we doing when we friends not friends, but friends not friends. So that's just what we do. And then they do watch some Sex in the City, and they getting ready to go kick it for the day when she has that off day. And the last thing she says, and with every conversation, oh, and this is on page 86. She says, with every conversation, he peels away another protective layer, coaxing me to reveal more of myself, to share more of myself. And I know it's the same for him. I'm not sure how much longer we can go with this intimacy blooming between us like a hothouse flower. I only know that feeling more alive, or excuse me, I only know that I feel more alive than I have since Mama died. I don't want to give up. And that dependency, that is the very thing I've always feared the most. Kai got it bad. Kai got it bad. And even before she even says that, that's when we all hear. I mean, well, Ryson was talking about some. He's both of them are light sleepers. So either he knew what he was doing because that's what it alludes to.
Uh-huh.
She says, if You fell asleep. How do you know that? She says, I'm a light sleeper. And he says, so am I, Kai. A smile takes its sweet time spreading across his face. You might want to remember that. So it sounded like he was just trying to, he was like, I'm just kidding unless you let me do it. Like, that's what it sounded like he was going while he was over there twiddling with her under the top. And then another question is if you twiddling under her top, that means that she had no bra on. What you doing, Kyle? Like, what you doing? You ain't giving no barriers to entry. Like, what are you doing?
Knowing exactly what she doing.
Girl.
Oh,
And then
right. She had on the bikini top, right? With
That was
the
before. Remember
okay, yeah. So
when
I
she
was
was
like,
sweet?
I hold on to like, wait, y'all going swimming? What you throwing the bikini top for? I was so lost with it too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you ain't going nowhere with water, but because I would have thought like, okay, maybe she would have grabbed like the sports bra and the thing, there's but like your bikini top.
And then even before that, when they were sitting on the couch and she's looking in his face, talking about his prominent nose and cheekbones and stuff, you maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I'm gonna have at least some barriers to entry for this dude. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be walking with like braless, sleep all up on him, and then
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, I ain't saying he can't remove it, but I'm just saying, like, at least I could be like, well, I tried. Homegirl ain't even tried. I don't know.
She just put it out there.
She did. She just pushed him into him. She said she pushed him into him.
Basically, here, take them.
Take him.
Yeah,
Man,
so
Kai going through it. And to be honest, at this point, yeah, see, I love the fact that y'all giving her the benefit of the doubt because she mourning. It sounds like she may not be very, I guess, cognizant to. She knows she's feeling this dude this way, and but she's still kind of walking through these feelings and trying to decipher or filter what she wants to do. And I'm like, girl, just like Sam was talking about a year out or whatever he said, it's not gonna be no year. Like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like they're gonna kick it that later that day. I think it may even go down that early. Like later when they spend this whole day together. Excuse me. I think it may go down that night. Like, it may just happen. I don't know what to say. I don't think it's gonna take that long.
True.
I'm hoping it takes a little bit longer, but I can see that.
I hope so too.
Well, yeah, we don't know because this party finna come up with Jimmy being there, so they might finna put a wrench in everything. Although technically she shouldn't feel no certain way if he got a pass and he already did threw that out there of how things are, but we gonna see.
Oh, you know what? You right.
What you mean she shouldn't feel any way about it? Now you know how we women are.
Right, but I'm saying technically, because he did already do that out there several times about all the women he can have it. So that's why I was like, she really should.
She should.
She has a clue.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, technically, it should roll off of her.
Yeah, but it's gonna be different with Jimmy because she knows and she probably gonna. I'm just curious. Yeah, that's probably gonna be good and juicy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if my memory serves me, and you ladies can correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first girl he brought home to see him. Like, this is the first. I thought that's what he said. He has not brought any girls for real around them that he really liked, and she's going to be like the first one. Did I hear that right? Or did I?
Yeah.
Oh my. My.
Right.
Jimmy gonna act a fool. I'm here for it. I hope Kai don't give her what she want though. Come on, Kai, show up. Don't punch in the face or nothing weird or be like, and run off. Just don't embarrass me, Kai. That's all I ask. Just take it in stride. That's all. Golly. Anyway, well, ladies, we'll meet back. Let's see. We'll start with chapter 15, 16, 17, 15 to 18. and that'll take the four chapters there. And we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll get to the part where Jimmy gonna act a fool. Hopefully, maybe now. I don't know. See.
This might be the point where Kai has to, she's going to throw a tantrum. She's going to shut down. Not really throw a tantrum, but shut down. And Ryson is really going to have to chase her now.
Right. Oh, yeah. It could go that way too. Yeah. And that's probably more than likely. You right. That's oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
then at least he's gonna have to confront. I mean, he's gonna have to tell us about Jimmy because I still want to
Right.
know. So he's gonna have to spill that tea.
Right.
Yeah, Jimmy may not have to say or do anything. Kai can just see her and see the interaction and the energy and go from there. And I can
Right.
see her
But,
shutting
but
down.
Marvin
And
did say like Kai was fine, which I guess maybe that's me reading too much into it, but I'm assuming that Kai looked better than Jimmy.
Me
Just
too.
the way Marvin responded, like, dang, G5. So I was like, I don't know. We gonna see.
Mhm.
Jimmy gonna act a fool. Jimmy gonna act a fool. Man, come on, Kyle, pull through, baby. Like, but you right though. And then the sucky part is if she throws this tantrum, she literally this is the house of cards she built. You know what I mean? Like, this whole time she's like, friends, you know, doing this weird dance. And then he has his friend, just like again, she has her friend saying, like, I mean, like if she would she would disappoint me if she got that emotional about it. Like that would be I mean, just speaking as a character, that would disappoint me because it's like, really, you got a whole friend that lived with you that came in talking about he took your virginity, and then this girl over here, like that would disappoint. I'd be like, God, you own one, you own
right, right.
Well. All I have to say is, ladies, I appreciate you. Before we wrap up, do you have anything to add to it?
I don't have anything.
Right. Well, I appreciate you. We'll get into it and talk about it later. All right. Everybody have a good night. Bye.
All right.
All right, y'all have a great week.
You too.